Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Louisiana Homestead. I'm Mr. E. If you're new to the channel, thanks for joining in with us. Today I'm going to do a little video on show y'all what I'm doing with my little sweet potato patch and what's going on here. We're going to plant some sweet potatoes. It's June the 2nd here in central Louisiana. So y'all go with us and we'll plant a few sweet potato slips. What I got right here is a little patch, a little area. I don't know, I think it's about 80 foot long, something like that, 3 or 4 rows wide. I have mulched this area with hay twice since last year, and you can see I'm starting to mulch it again. My goal is to get this mulched, deep mulched, where I can just crawl around if I got to one day if I can't walk, where I can work without equipment, shovels, tractors, anything like that, where I can just go plant stuff by hand. So I'm not there yet. It's going to take a few years. But what I wanted to do right here, you see this stuff? I got all this stuff. I got a truckload of this from Walmart, and it was. Of course, I found out later why, but it hadn't sold. So two different bags is what I'm trying to show you, but it hadn't sold at Walmart, so I got it real cheap on clearance. I got a truckload for like 50 cents and $1 a bag. Well, what I wanted to do was take places like this. I was gonna dig holes where I was gonna, before I mulched everything real good, and fill those holes up with this potting soil mix, where there'd be some good soil in there, and I could do what I wanted to do and plant stuff by hand real easy. But I realized everywhere I planted stuff with that potting soil that I got, most of the places where I planted stuff with it, the plants were stunted and yellow and wouldn't grow. So I've done some other videos where I got a hold of bad potting soil. I guess I never learned. But it ain't no good. So what I did was I took my shovel and I would dig a hole like right here, and I would put the dirt to the side, and then I would come back to the next spot and I dug a hole and threw that dirt in the previous hole, and I kept doing that all the way down. And that's where I'm going to plant my sweet potato slips. So what I'm going to do, for instance, I'm going to come, I got this little tool, this little hand tool here. I'm going to come and do this and make a hole where I can get my sweet potato slip in there. Like that. It rained last night, y'all, so this is a good time to do it. The old timers used to have the rows holed up, and they would wait till a good rain where the dirt was soft in that row, and they would just come with a stick with a little fork in it and push that sweet potato slip in there. But so I'm doing a little modification of that, basically, to plant my sweet potatoes. But so I'm gonna come with every one of these spots that I dug, and I'm gonna make a little spot like this, and I'm gonna come with the hose and spray that real good and make sure that's good and soft. And then I'm gonna come on this row. This is where I got my sweet potato slips planted. Like I said, this little patch is about 4 rows wide, and 1 row is where I got my sweet potato slips. So we're gonna come. I should have went and got a pair of scissors before I started this, but that's okay. We're gonna come like right here, and we're gonna get those slips out. We're gonna pull them out, and I'll trim the roots if I got to. But so I'm gonna come pick me some like this. We got slips all over. Some sweet potatoes are amazing. You can't, I mean, you can stick these vines in there and they can wilt and do all kind of stuff, and it can be hot as Hades, and them things will live. I mean, you can't hardly kill these things. So I'm gonna shut the camera off a minute, pull these slips, get them all going, and pass with my hose, and then I'll get a few planted, and we'll see what it looks like. All right. Looks like we got 64 spots we can plant sweet potatoes. I got my holes punched in the ground, and I got each hole, I put water in it, sprayed it where it'll make the hole a little better for me to get my potato slip in. And I got my potato slip spread out. So I'm gonna get them in the ground, and I'll get the camera down there to show y'all a couple of them, just to show y'all how that works. And then when we're done, I'll show you what it looks like and tell y'all a few words before we're done. Okay, so I'm just taking these things, and I'm sticking my hand way down in there. I hope y'all can see all that. And that's it. This KK's gonna kill me if I dirty this camera. Let's see if you can see that one. Okay, I'm taking my hand, sticking it way down in there so I can get that root of that bottom part of that slip way in there, deep as I can get it. That's it. I'll do one more. All right. I'll turn the camera off for just a second. Just a second, wash my hands, turn this camera off, get them on the ground, and then we'll show you what it looks like. I wanted to say too that after I'm finished, when I get a chance, I'm going to put hay as much as I can in between all these sweet potato slips, start putting some hay back in here and mulching it some more. Okay everybody, we got our sweet potato slips in the ground. It took me less than an hour probably on my hands and knees. It's not that hard. These things look rough, kinda. I'm gonna come back and put mulch hay when I get a chance in between them to keep the weeds down. We gotta keep them sprayed for bugs. But I know these things look like they limp and wilting. But these sweet potatoes, they can take a drought. I mean, they hard to kill. You can't hardly kill them when you do that. It's crazy, y'all. So we're gonna trust the Heavenly. It's amazing what the Heavenly Father did with his handiwork with creation. So we're gonna trust Him to get these things growing and produce for us. And I just wanted to encourage my listeners and tell them, if there's anybody out there that wants to look deeper into the faith that we're talking about, having faith in our Messiah and our Creator, I created a channel for that called The Faith of Abraham. It's kind of hard to find right now because it's a new channel, and there's a lot out there on the faith of Abraham, but I want to encourage y'all to go to that channel I think the easiest way right now is to go to your YouTube search engine. Go to YouTube, go to your search engine, and the first video on that channel is called Dumping Out the Puzzle. If you'll type that in and search, you should be able to find it relatively easy. But Miss KK is probably going to put a link to that video. And my next one that I'm going to put out, there's 2 videos out as of today. The next one that I plan on putting out today, tomorrow, and the next day is going to be called Snakes on a Pole. You'll see what that's about, everybody. So I encourage y'all to go to that channel as we try to discover the faith of Abraham and what it means to truly have faith in our Messiah and our Creator. And so I won't talk about that too much more on this channel. We'll leave that for the other channel. So thank y'all for paying attention today, for visiting with us, and for listening to me. And encourage y'all to go to that channel, Faith of Abraham. And I hope you enjoyed us planting the sweet potatoes. We'll try to give y'all an update on what they look like. As soon as they take off good, they usually wilt down for a few days and the sun will scorch them and you like nothing can live. But the Heavenly Father did an amazing job with them. It's awesome how these things can survive. So in a week or so, whenever they perky again, I'll show y'all if the Heavenly Father lets us. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye.